Hello, and we're live. Hello, my name is Cindy, and thank you for coming to this video. And I am the founder of Can Do Math Tutoring, and I am also part of that tutoring business is the Can Do Math Virtual Academy. And today we're going to talk about, would virtual classes work for my child? We're doing Algebra 1, and I'm looking to fill up classes, 4 to 6 students for Algebra 1, and we are going to be starting in September. These classes are going to be 12 weeks with 3 different sections to this Algebra 1 class. So what I'm trying to do is find some students to fill up the first class, and if I get more than enough students, I will fill up as many classes as I can. These are going to be 2 in-person live on Zoom classes for 4 to 6 students each. And these classes are going to be filled with all of the necessary topics that are needed for an Algebra 1 course. And this is for parents to have a live teacher. And this will meet the needs for homeschool families that their kids are going into Algebra 1. So for the parent, there are some problems that this type of education will solve. Maybe you don't remember algebra, and maybe you have to go back to, reading your high school math notes, and you have other things to do, right? So you can have a live teacher like me who has experience, and I know what the kids need to know. And, sometimes math is a hard battle at home, just getting the math done. Having a live teacher accessible to you on Zoom, and there are ways that we can stay connected, and I can be available for questions at other times. So, sometimes when you homeschool a topic that you're not familiar with, you spend a lot of time on difficult concepts when a teacher could answer those questions quicker for your student. Maybe you might be worrying if your student would fall behind, and I can make sure that that doesn't happen. And, sometimes students need accountability. Having a live teacher and someone to report to 2 days a week will help to keep your student accountable. This is a great Algebra 1 course that will fit your homeschool lifestyle. Maybe you are like my daughter, she takes her kids to the horse farm, or they go on a field trip, or they meet up with friends at the co-op. I will be providing 2 live classes as well as some worksheets. So if you go to those 2 classes and you do the worksheets, you will have the work done for the week. Also, I will have a way to communicate with you so that, say your child is sick on a class day, I can record the class, put that up on my website, and then you can have access to it at your convenience. So this is a really great way to work into a busy homeschool lifestyle. And, maybe you want a live teacher who has experience and someone who knows what your child needs to know. This Algebra 1 course is very important because it will be the foundation for the future high school classes for your student. Kids need to have Algebra 1 in most schools, that is required, geometry, and Algebra 2 if you want to go into college. And you have in New Hampshire, I know you have to have at least 3 maths. Sometimes certain schools require 4. So this is a great foundation to begin the high school journey. Sometimes for students, they feel stuck and they don't know what to do. They don't know what questions to ask. I have taught this class many times, and I can fill in the blanks where students need help. Sometimes kids need practice, and maybe working together with a few other students will help them. And it will also help them to build some confidence with their math education. Working through a textbook without any understanding why the math works might not be something that your student could do alone. So maybe your student needs someone to ask questions, and having access to me as a teacher would help there. Sometimes students at home feel isolated and they don't want to feel like I'm alone, I'm doing this class and I don't know who to ask, or I don't know where I'm going with it. Having a live teacher just kind of guiding your student along the way is a great help. This will also help so your students won't fall behind, and small misunderstandings will not become larger ones. We don't want students to give up when the lesson becomes too difficult. If your student has a teacher, you will have access to someone who can help them through those difficult times and difficult concepts. Memorizing procedures sometimes is one way to learn, but with a teacher, the teacher can kind of go over why we're doing things a certain way. My program is different because this program includes a real live math teacher instead of just videos, instead of just a book, read and answer the questions. You have a teacher, you also have access to the teacher at times other than just those live times. We have small classes, 4 to 6 students, where every student can participate. You will have immediate feedback when your student gets stuck. I will create practice so that the students can reinforce what they've learned. I will also have office hours that are extra outside of the class. We have a structured schedule, but like I said, it's also flexible. So we'll have 2 days a week, a certain scheduled time, but then we're going to also have access to the teacher at other times. So it works well for both teacher and student and flexibility. We will have an Algebra 1 curriculum that is divided into 12-week sessions. And the students will build confidence and they will be ready to move on in their high school math classes. Can Do Math Virtual Academy helps homeschool students master Algebra 1 through live instruction, small group support, and personal guidance. So parents don't have to teach algebra alone, and students can gain the confidence they need for future math success. Thank you for watching this video. Please comment below if you like the video and let me know if you are interested in more information about this program. I would love to talk to you. You can message me below or you can send an email to candomath1234@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you soon.